Are you ready to be reassured? Are you ready to see some success stories that are going to help remind you that you can do it too? If so, great, because I have two today that I fell in love with when they were sent to me, and I would love to share them with you. Now, in typical Matthew success story fashion, I'm going to read out the email from my laptop, and where necessary, I'm going to give you some explanation behind what we did, what the person did, and how things sort of somewhat came about. So it's more than a success story, it's also an information piece, because that's what I love to do. So without further ado, I'm going to start with a male success story, which, because my demographic is mostly female, they're a little bit more uncommon, and I was super excited about this one. So this success story actually came from me having emails that go out after 4 months of working with someone as a bit of a, hey, how you getting on? So they received my email for that, and this is their email in response. Of course, keeping things anonymous. Thanks for reaching out. SP and I got back together in July, so their email came to me in September because I'm a little bit behind on this success story, so, a few months prior. We got back together in July. I reached out to her and we went on a date the next week. Since then, we have been together doing better than ever. I'm planning on asking her to marry me in coming months, and we are talking about having a baby, which is a wonderful thing. I'm currently selling my house to buy us a bigger home for our family, and I'm also looking into job offers for a better position so she could be a stay-at-home mum. Another wonderful thing. Things were slow at first, but after a few days, she told me she loved me. We sorted out our old problems, we laugh more, and she often tells me how much she appreciates me. I let go of old assumptions about taking her on fancy dates, and she always tells me how we can just do simple things to spend time together. Because one of this person's concerns was that of finances. Thank you for your call and your guidance. A lot has changed in my life, and it's only going to keep getting better every day. I hope you and your family are well. Obviously, that's a very lovely success story to hear, to which I did my usual stuff of, that's amazing. I'm happy for you. If I left this anonymous, could I use it as a success story? And they said, absolutely. I know I didn't include many details, but if you'd like, I could include more, blah, blah, blah. To which I said, yeah, that'd be very kind. If you could give me a bit of an overview of what you did. And then this is their next email explaining some things. So, again, keeping it as anonymous as possible. Well, anonymous. There's no as possible. That is the regulation. I start every day with self-concept affirmations as I get ready for work and drive there. I repeat the same 6 to 10 affirmations about myself, no mention of desires or goals, just fill myself up on affirming who I am and my power to control my world. I am it, thus I see it in my life. Wonderful thing. Self-concept is so powerful. I followed that up with telling myself about how my day is going to go. The traffic is gone, my commute is smooth, I get the best service everywhere I go, my job is amazing and my bosses love me. I am showered with love and praise all day and get the best emails. I always hear good news. The weights in the gym are lighter than ever. My health is the best it's ever been, and I get parking spaces I want. Get the parking space I want every time. Again, wonderful. I always advocate to make the most of this for your big desires, but also those little things as well. So I love that it's being used for little things like parking spaces and being used to make the day better overall. This is wonderful. I also do 3 meditation sessions per day while listening to theta or delta wave tracks. I recommend Orion affirmations to anyone looking for good ones. I personally haven't checked those out, so take this person's word for it. If they use them and they're good, I can advocate for that too, so go check them out if you're interested in some affirmation things. I start these by affirming self-concept for a couple of minutes and then ease into visualizations. Throughout the day, I rampage on self-concept. I don't just do it lightly either. I intentionally exaggerate. I say the greatest things about myself, some about my desires, but I do maybe 10% desire, 90% self-concept. So I love that. When it comes to rampages, I also advocate being like super into it and yeah, I'm the best thing since sliced bread. So I love that. And they're also teetering on Pareto's law, which is 80% of the results come from 20% of the work. In this case, 10% desire, 90% self-concept. As far as negative thoughts, I used to think I had to fight them or correct them, but as my true identity, the man I claim to be and am, I know this is the ego and old beliefs trying to regain control. It's not what happens, it's how you handle it. So wonderful. I do a couple of things for this. One, I tell myself that I know that it isn't true. I dictate how reality works so that thought has no power over me and I let it go. Two, I describe the subject of the thought, how I would like it to be. I'm in my true place, I'm engaged, I love my life, my fiance treats me like a king, my bank account is so big, I need multiple ones to hold all my money, etc. Three, any 3D circumstances I see, I give good meaning. If it's good, I made it happen. If I've lost myself in reading. If it's good, I made it happen. It's normal to get what I want and everything works out for me. If it's bad, I say it doesn't mean anything, or it's part of the unfolding, or I don't know how this will benefit me, but I know it will because I already have what I wanted. I love the reframing, really do. I always revise situations by denying they happened and being the person only good things happen to. This has the same effect because a bad thing can become good by denying it happened and being the person that would never happen to. This often rearranges the circumstances to revert back to how I wanted them to play out. Spectacular. Lastly, my third meditation of the day is always as I fall asleep. I made a rule that I only fall asleep thinking about or visualizing good things. I also tell myself I will get the best sleep ever and my subconscious mind will absorb all my desires to bring them to me. And that's about it. Most of these techniques are taught in a community, but I found the best ways to do them for me with the Power of I Am channel by a guy named Eric. He is awesome. I haven't seen his videos personally, so I can't vouch for nor against that. I have seen the titles or thumbnails and such, and they seem quite self-confident. So if this client here advocates for them, I advocate for them too. Go check out the Power of I Am, who is ran by a guy named Eric. Hopefully you can find good value in them as well. Thanks for everything, Matthew. Your channel was where I started and my life is so much better having taken this journey. I appreciate all you do and wish you and your family the best. Cheers. Fantastic. Like, what more could we ask for from a success story, but also the explanation? Giving you a complete rundown, showed how important self-concept can be. Wonderful. So I'm very happy for this client. I really hope I get more emails in the future of even better things happening for them, the marriage, the baby and everything. But this really is wonderful, and I do appreciate them taking the time to let me know what they did. Hopefully you can take a good few things from that, the way that they approach things, the self-concept and so on. So wonderful success story. Yeah, what more could you ask for, really? So that is success story number 1, came from video call coaching, and it seems like they absolutely kicked ass. So I'm really happy for them. And now success story number 2. And this one come from my assistant service, the service where I manifest for you. They were a client, as like a one-on-one coaching client, a while back. We did some video calls and such, but they've mostly utilized the assistant service since. And they're not just because I've been working with them for a while, but they have a special place in my heart as far as clients go, because they're a very nice person and they very much deserve the best. So this success story was absolutely fantastic for me to read. So let's dive in. I am thrilled and ecstatic to report that everything in the script that you were manifesting for me has come true. Thank you so much for your help with that and with all these things with my SP. The script contains some very specific manifestations, such as wanting to know without a doubt that I am the only girl in SP's life. Also about how since I've come home, we are inseparable and things are better than ever between us. Honestly, I was not sure how I would even know that I am the only girl in SP's life, because even if I was, how could I be sure? And this was one of the reasons why I wanted help manifesting it, because I wasn't sure how in the world to manifest something like that, something of complete knowing. And yet, as with all manifestations, it has come true no matter what kind of hang-ups we find, no matter how illogical or unreasonable something seems. Once we start manifesting, it has come true. Though we've been in a relationship for approximately many years, I'll keep that anonymous, there were a couple of breakups involved and there's been third party involved for the past few years. It has been extremely discouraging to have it sit there and feel like there's nothing I can do to make the 3P go away, and nothing I can do to force them to cut contact, even though recently it was supposedly just a friendship. And this was one of the reasons why I asked you to help me manifest, knowing I'm the only girl, because it seemed impossible. That is, until yesterday, I was dealing with a bag of garbage that had been put outside for collection. I moved the bag and heard some clicking inside. It sounded like keys. Thinking this was odd, I opened the bag of garbage, and there were the keys to the third party's house. After many years, SP threw away the third party's house key. The affair was finally over, no fanfare, just over. The ties had been cut, the keys had been thrown, and to think I never would have known if I hadn't moved that bag of garbage that was sitting outside. The universe knows how to manifest for us. After many excruciatingly long years, I am finally the only girl, and I am certain. Thank you for everything you've done, Matt. Your work truly helps people and makes a difference in their lives. If you wish to share this success story, feel free. Just please alter the names, lol. Thanks again, person. Another fantastic one. This one obviously was through the assistance service, so I can't really say like this is what was done besides what I was affirming, which is things like client's name and SP are in the most loving, passionate, and committed relationship, which is one of my favorite affirmations. Client and SP are destined to have an amazing future together, filled with new and amazing memories, which is another favorite of mine. That typically goes on most of the manifesting for you scripts, because I want you to get your desire and have a future with it. SP is more, client is more than good enough to be the only one for SP. Client is so happy to know that she's the only one for SP. Things of that nature was what I was affirming for them. And based on our previous calls and their process, I'm sure they were doing affirmations and such of the same sort of thing. The email doesn't state exactly what they were doing on their side. But if you're interested, I could always find out and maybe do like a part 2 where they explain that or something. But for now, lovely success story. Like I say, this client holds like a special place with me because they're so kind and sweet. I had a great time working with them directly, and I've had a great time affirming for them. So to see this success story is heartwarming, to say the least. And I really liked it as well because of what they state about how would you even really have proof that you're the only one? You just kind of have to trust their word. But the universe was like, that's what's being affirmed. You've got the proof. You're happy to know you're the only one. Here's the keys in the garbage that you just happened to stumble across, proving it. So whenever we say that the universe makes a way, remember this success story. Those keys could have been thrown in a random bin. They could have just been picked up by the binman without being noticed by the client. The client could have just walked past them. You know, anything else could have happened. But they just happened to have enough room in that bin to make the little clinking sound. The person found them, all that good stuff to prove what was being affirmed. So if you're ever doubtful that the universe can make it done, the universe managed to prove that someone is the only person to this client. So if it can do that, then it can do anything for you as well. But these are 2 success stories of many. I will admit, and it's something I need to work on, I'm terrible at remembering to post them on the Instagram, but also videos. Like I say, I like to be more information based as opposed to success story based, which is why the vast majority of my success stories, besides the ones where I just fire off what's in my Instagram reels, highlights even, are brought with an explanation, because I want to help you. You know, it's all well and good you guys leaving the video going, yeah, she did it, so can I. But I want you to go, yeah, she did it, so can I, because I've learned this. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If you do want more success stories, I can make an effort. Comment down below if you would like me to post them. I get a lot of success stories. It's just not the focus of my channel. So I do have many to post. Just, I don't. But if you would like more, and if it would genuinely help you, or past just a little bit of an uplifting moment while you're watching it, then let me know and I can make it. If you want to be a client of mine and get your own success, whether it's through the Manifest For You service where you can just sit back, put your feet up and let me do it, which, you know, many successes have come through, which you can see on the Instagram highlights. Or if you want one-to-one help where I can help you be able to do it better, check out my website. If one-to-one help isn't for you, but you do want more of my expertise parted on you, I do have memberships with tons of exclusive videos, like the full Manifest Your SP mini course, which is an hour and a half long, what it was like for Katie to be manifested, and much more. You can get free products, you can get discounts on other products and services, you can get me affirming for you as well, access to the 48 Laws of Power course and such things as that. Very soon, the full anxiety course will be available on the gold tier. Or gold tier is not called that anymore, the mastery tier. Or if you want everything I have to offer, all my courses, me affirming for you, email assistance, the private Telegram, tarot readings, all the exclusive content, every product for free, and much, much more, join the Academy. My Academy members right now are kicking ass, so I would love to have more people in that to share this amazing thing with. What do you have to lose? But thank you so much for your time, and I'll catch you in the next one. Drop me a like and a comment, and I'll see you there. Bye-bye.